Most people don't realize this, but their entire life is being controlled, not by circumstances, not by luck, and not by some mysterious force out there in the world, but by a chemical inside their brain. A tiny molecule that dictates what feels good, what feels boring, what gets your attention, and what gets ignored. A molecule that convinces you to avoid discomfort, chase stimulation, and stay exactly where you are. That chemical is dopamine, and it has quietly become the dictator of modern life. This isn't motivation. This isn't about being lazy. This is about the fact that your brain is being hijacked every single day, and you don't even notice it. It happens so silently, so subtly, that you genuinely believe you're making your own decisions. But you're not. A chemically hijacked mind is not choosing, it's reacting. Think about your mornings. You wake up, and before your feet touch the floor, your hand automatically reaches for your phone. You don't think, you don't question. Your brain just pulls you in. Notifications, messages, feeds, the fast hit, the instant rush, the easy stimulation that replaces actual action. And just like that, before you even brush your teeth, you've already drained the willpower you needed for the rest of the day. And then you expect yourself to suddenly be disciplined, to stay focused, to build habits, to chase your goals with intention. Your brain is exhausted before the day even starts because you fed it quick dopamine instead of giving it silence, the silence where discipline grows. This is why you keep restarting your goals every week. This is why reading feels impossible. This is why working out feels like torture. This is why your attention span is disappearing. This is why everything that matters feels heavy. This is why your life feels stuck. Your brain has been overstimulated into weakness. Here's the truth almost no one wants to face. Dopamine is destroying your ambition. Not in one dramatic moment, not with some huge collapse, but quietly, slowly, swipe by swipe, video by video, shortcut by shortcut. Every time you choose stimulation over effort, distraction over progress, comfort over discipline, you are training your brain to avoid the very actions that could change your life. Your ancestors used dopamine to survive, to hunt, to explore, to endure. You use dopamine to escape discomfort. You use it to avoid boredom. You use it to drown out the nagging voice inside you that whispers, "You were meant for more." Your brain wasn't built for endless stimulation. It wasn't built for infinite entertainment. It wasn't designed to process 10,000 pieces of information before breakfast. And yet that's exactly what you force it to do. So what happens? Your dopamine tolerance skyrockets. Normal life becomes dull. Hard work becomes unbearable. Long-term goals become invisible. Discipline becomes impossible. You begin to crave constant novelty, not because you want to, but because your brain can no longer feel satisfaction without intensity. This is why scrolling feels effortless, but starting a task feels painful. Why binge watching feels natural, but reading feels like a chore. Why distractions feel good, but progress feels slow. You start confusing stimulation with happiness, comfort with safety, distraction with rest, movement with progress. You become busy but not productive. You become entertained but not fulfilled. You become stimulated but not successful. And here's the darkest part. You begin to believe this is who you are. You begin to think you're just not disciplined. You begin to think you're just not motivated. You begin to think that focus is something other people naturally have. You begin to label yourself with identities that are nothing more than symptoms of overstimulation. You are not weak. Your brain is simply drowning in dopamine. Discipline requires discomfort. Dopamine hates discomfort. That is the war you're losing. Meanwhile, disciplined people, the ones you admire, envy, or resent, aren't superhuman. They simply broke the addiction. They trained their brain to tolerate boredom, slowness, silence, stillness, all the things dopamine addicts run from. They built discipline the same way someone builds muscle, rep by rep, day by day, pain by pain, because they understood one thing: your future depends on your ability to delay gratification. Those who can't, lose. Those who can, win. Every time you resist instant dopamine, you strengthen the part of your brain that builds your life. Every time you choose effort over escape, you take back control. Every time you sit with boredom instead of numbing it, you evolve. Your ability to focus grows. Your patience expands. Your identity reshapes itself. Your confidence returns. Your ambition wakes up again. And eventually, the world becomes quiet enough for you to hear something you haven't heard in a long time. That inner voice that says, "This is who you were meant to be." But here is the question that decides everything. Are you going to keep feeding the addiction? Or are you finally going to break the cycle? Because the truth is simple. Dopamine is the cage. Discipline is the key. You choose which one you live with. And until you choose discipline, you will never meet the version of yourself that you were born to become.